My Uncle Freddie by Lecky Ferguson. Episode 1, The Pineapple King of Jarrow.
As soon as the Californian sheered off, the captain sends for the bow lookout. Reluctantly, mind you, because we're an iceberg country and have no relief, but I walks back to the bridge.
Do you hear that voice? That's my Uncle Freddie, telling the story of how he saved the Titanic. To me, little Lecky of 50 years ago, back in the Depression of 1934. We're sitting on our favourite roosts, outside Herworth Place, Jarrow. Him sucking his empty pipe, and me wearing me tin hat from the Great War.
The skipper was Ted Smith. Always tried out every new ship of the line. We knew we were in good hands with Ted Smith.
But he was glad you were there, wasn't he, Uncle Freddie? You saved the Titanic for him.
When I got up to the bridge, the skipper, he stepped forward and he said,
"Let me step forward and say us Fergies lived upstairs in number 1 Herworth Place. Our mum and dad, Granny and Grandad, Nancy, Peggy, Tommy, Albert and me. Uncle Freddie and Auntie Bella Dean lived downstairs in number 2. One wage earner between the lot of us, our dad, standing on one leg at a baker's bench on the co-op night shift."
"Freddie Dean," the skipper said. He was a tough nut, but he had a tear shining in the corner of his eye. Just here. "Freddie Dean," he said, wiping away that self-same tear and blowing his nose louder than the foghorn. "Your sharp eyes have saved the Titanic. I cannot thank you enough. When we reach New York, I'll see you get your just reward."
Well, go on. What was your just reward?
I never found out. At that very minute, the Titanic struck an iceberg and started to sink.
It didn't.
It did.
Oh, tell me it didn't, Uncle Freddie.
How can I tell you that? It did.
But you told me you saved it.
I saved it the first time from dunching into the Californian. The second time there was no one on lookout, so she sank all the way down to Davy Jones's locker.
Most of the time we were nearly sunk, sailing on the edge of a whirlpool which threatened to overwhelm us, sucking us down into unendurable poverty, where we would all surely drown. Palmer's, the great shipyard of Jarrow, was shut forever. Jarrow had to seek her own salvation. The Board of Trade said so.
You didn't get drowned, did you?
Well, not entirely, but near enough.
Well?
Well, what?
Then how did you escape?
Oh, I made a boat.
You made a boat. You never had time.
It takes hours for an unsinkable ship to sink, old son. The band had time for a full programme and 3 encores of Song d'Automne.
Out of what?
What do you mean, out of what? Out of the repertoire, that's what.
You're just trying to change the subject, Uncle Freddie. You know what I mean. What did you make your boat out of? Well?
Out of deck chairs, old son. The place was awash with them, and the canvas made a canny little sail. With a decent mast and a compass, I could have sailed her home to Jarrow single-handed.
See how close he sails to the wind. But there was always a foundation of truth in his stories. A spanking schooner fashioned from deck chairs. Yet if you look up the record of that April night in 1912, you'll find no mention of F.W. Dean and his homemade boat. I wonder why not.
You didn't just save yourself, Uncle Freddie, did you?
Save myself? Is that the sort of man you think I am? Is it, old son?
No, Uncle Freddie. I know what sort of man you are. I just want to know how many you rescued.
Way, I lost count of the number of trips I made out to the lifeboats. Dukes, duchesses, half the crown heads of Europe, with their ermine robes trailing in the water.
Just the knobs? What about the cabin boy?
I forget how many cabin boys I rescued. And waitresses, and bairns, and old wives. And the lady harpist, complete with a harp. But I made the duchesses drop all the gold and jewels overboard. We wrapped the bairns up in fur coats, and I had the dukes and honourables bailing us out with a top hat.
Oh, I'd have loved to have seen that, Uncle Freddie.
Ah, you rare sight. The upper classes on their knees. Can you keep a secret, Lecky?
Yes, Uncle Freddie, I can. Until the day I die, even longer.
Well, the real hero was a certain little lady who kept us all cheerful through those dark hours. I had the good fortune to rescue the marvellous Moppet herself.
Not Shirley Temple.
The very same. Travelling incognito. There in my canvas boat she danced and sang. The other lifeboats gathered round. It was more like a concert in the park than a disaster.
I never knew Shirley Temple was on their
Sample complete. Ready to continue?